So, Echo, speaking of being prepared,
Sure.
maybe you can give us some advice on getting a little more prepared.
Sure. Be glad to. Prepared for, I'll start with preparation for jiu-jitsu. Few jiu-jitsu references. Jiu-jitsu is life. Grappling is life. Jiu-jitsu is life. Jiu-jitsu is life, by the way.
There's a lot of similarities.
I would say...
You shouldn't say jiu-jitsu is life. Well, if you say that, then that's cool.
It's a metaphor.
No. But for some people, jiu-jitsu is life.
Yes.
They're just training.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be your whole life. You should have some other things in your life.
Yeah, I didn't mean it that way. I meant it like...
Jiu-jitsu reflects life.
It's like a metaphor for life.
Yes. Affirmative.
Yeah. So, in the event of you being in jiu-jitsu, like many people are, and more people are becoming...
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people ask me what gi to get. I know. Yep, I'm going into it. You get an origin gi. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
How many do you have?
4.
4. Okay, I have 3. Okay. Every single one of them is outstanding.
Yeah. Designed.
Outstanding.
Yeah.
Designed
here, though. Here.
in America. And the
by
resources...
jiu-jitsu players, by the way.
Yeah.
The jiu-jitsu players.
So I watched one of Pete's videos.
Yeah.
And it's if you go to their YouTube channel,
Yep.
you know how you have the main video.
Yep.
It's watching that. And it made sense. You know, you see everyone that's part of the factory, they kind of give their input in the video a little bit. And it made sense. So like, you know, like there's a lot of gis that are made, you know, kind of thing. But if it's made by jiu-jitsu people, they're going to know, like when you put on a gi jacket, they're going to know the difference between a gi that whoever designed it had this in mind, where when you put your hands up, what's that gi going to do? You know, if you're just, I'm going to make a gi, and they don't necessarily do jiu-jitsu, they might not pay attention to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Or, you know, when you do jiu-jitsu, let's face it, like if you do karate, your body goes through a certain thing, right? While you're doing karate in whatever capacity. If you do jiu-jitsu, your body is going to go through a certain thing. And more appropriately, your gi is going to go through a certain experience.
Oh, so you're saying you can't use a karate gi for that jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, that's one of the things I'm saying. So let's say the way you put on and keep on a karate gi or a jiu-jitsu gi is going to play a role in when you do jiu-jitsu. So like, look, you know when you tie your pants or something like this, how your pants are tied matters when you do jiu-jitsu.
True.
Just like how your belt is tied, it matters. Anyway, Pete and Origin, they kept that in mind when they designed it, and it shows too, by the way. So anyway, these are some of the reasons that you should 100% get an Origin gi if you're still wondering what gi to get.
More important than that, if you don't do jiu-jitsu and that's why you don't need a gi, start jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Then you'll need a gi.
And then you more important, you start jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. And
that's what we're talking about.
The parallels between jiu-jitsu and life.
And you'll get in good shape. Yes. And you'll learn to defend yourself in real situations.
Mm-hmm. Recalibrate your instincts.
Which are completely wrong, by the way.
They're wrong. Yes.
If you're listening and you're thinking, you know, my instincts aren't that bad. No, I'm telling you they're wrong.
Yeah.
If you don't think they're wrong, go to Jiu-Jitsu Academy.
Yeah.
And tell them you got good instincts. Let's roll.
Yeah. Here's one. In life, do you want to turn your back to your problems? In life.
No, you do not.
In jiu-jitsu, do you want to turn your back to your opponent?
No, you do not.
Okay. But your instinct might tell you in a fight, and sometimes in life, you do it because that's what we do sometimes.
See, that's why Hal Moore, we're not listening to our instincts all the time.
Not all the time.
But
if your instincts are
we
predicated,
listen to them, we don't follow them.
Yeah.
You can listen to it, and that's a caution.
Right, but no. He's saying if they're predicated on your education, experience, learning, reading. Right.
Yeah.
So essentially, you are going to listen to your recalibrated instincts after you train in jiu-jitsu with your Origin gi, because that's the one you're going to get, because that's the best one straight up. That might sound like an opinion, but it's a straight up fact. You get these gis at originmain.com. They have some other stuff on there. Some apparel, rash guards, compression gear.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, there's also other stuff supplemental stuff. Supplements. Okay, so krill oil. We talk about the supplements that I think Jocko thinks. I'm speaking for you right now. What are good supplements? Krill oil. Joint warfare. These are things to maintain your structure, bodily structure. Is that too scientific sounding?
No, I don't think you have the capability of sounding too scientific.
Dang, bro, I think you might be right. Nonetheless,
see, that was one of those digs I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mean it in a bad way, but it kind of come across like I'm a jerk.
Yeah, what are you saying? I'm stupid? You're saying I'm stupid?
No, I'm just saying don't sound real scientific.
Should I just not talk anymore?
Some people would support that.
Don't answer that. Anyway, supplements. Yes, Jocko has supplements.
There's echo lovers and there's echo haters.
Okay.
There's two camps.
Yeah.
The echo lovers is a bigger camp.
Hopefully.
The echo haters is a louder camp.
Sure. Yeah. And it makes sense. The gripes, I think, they come up the chain or down the chain.
Both.
Yeah. Makes sense. Hey, to me, if you're honest, you're honest. There it is. Nonetheless, back to supplements. Jocko has supplements. They're good supplements. Supplements Jocko actually takes. See, that's a big deal. Do what I say, not what I do. In this case,
you got some discipline in you right now. You're doing all kinds of bringing stuff back, closing the loop from the podcast.
I'm just trying to learn these things. Apply them to my life, and in this particular situation, life is telling the people about joint warfare and super krill oil. Anyway, it's omega-3s in the krill oil. Obviously, if you don't know about krill oil, I think that krill oil ended up to be one of those sleeper supplements. Something where you like it's been going on the whole time and you didn't know about it.
No, you didn't know about it. I've known about it.
Yeah, okay, then that's me. Nonetheless, super krill. Jocko has it, takes it. I take it, and I will say 100% effectiveness, my opinion. Origin Main.
Scientific opinion.
Scientific. Yeah, big time. Double blind, triple blind. OriginMain.com, that's where you get it. Also, for a pre-mission supplement, new supplement, Jocko supplement. It's called Discipline. It's like a pre-workout cognitive enhancer. Is that accurate?
Well,
Would
yeah.
you call it that?
It's pre-life.
Life,
really.
Yeah, mission.
Because what's your mission? Because I just don't need cognitive enhancement when I'm going to get in the game.
Sure.
I also need to have physical.
Yeah.
Force multiplication.
Yeah.
So that's why we made it.
Yeah.
Because when I do stuff, it's physical and mental.
Yeah.
It's physical and mental. You need to be, both those need to be tuned up.
Yeah. Supplemented, enhanced, if you will. At the very least, it should be squared away.
Yeah. Well, and the good thing, you can feel it.
Yeah. See, and that works real good for jiu-jitsu too, because jiu-jitsu is one of those things. Let's face it, if I'm doing a bench press. People
have asked me all the time, like, oh, do you take a pre-workout in the morning? Because I get up early in the morning and I work out. Yeah. I do not take a pre-workout in the morning before I go and work out in the morning. No.
Oh, yeah.
That's not when I take the discipline. No, I don't drink coffee. I go in there, I drink water. I brush my teeth and drink water. Then I go and do my morning workout. So I do not take a pre-workout or a nootropic prior to working out in the morning. However, for the jiu-jitsu, there is I would say I'm about 60 or 70% of the time I'm on the discipline when I go in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you can feel it. Like you can feel better. Like, why not have good training?
Yeah. And that's seems like jiu-jitsu is one of those things, like life, is one of those things where this kind of supplement makes 100% sense because it is physical and mental, and not just how like everything's mental. I get it. Yeah. Your brain drives it. I get it. It's true. Even if you're doing, bench press or whatever, it's still mental for sure. But jiu-jitsu is like your mind has to be going at the same pace. You're using your mind just as much, if not more, during jiu-jitsu, and you're using your body. By the way,
I think if you were gonna do, so in the mornings, I don't need it.
Yeah,
bro, I don't need it. Like I don't. In the morning, I'm ready. Like I wake up and I'm like ready to rock and roll. I'm gonna get in there. I'm gonna get it.
Yeah.
I will say this during over the Christmas time, some of my workouts in the morning because I had other responsibilities during that time period because you got early morning tactical things that you're doing around Christmas, etc. Yeah. And because you got kids and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And so some of my workouts were, and then when I was working out in the afternoon, I was getting on the discipline in the afternoon because it's not the morning time anymore, and I need a little bit of.
So you're like one of those guys who, like, you know how certain people, they have their like what do you call it? It's like time of day where their performance kind of peaks their potential.
I think my performance actually peaks in the afternoon, like most people. I think that's the most common time. Yeah. But in the morning when I get up, I'm ready to rock and roll. Is what I'm saying. I just want to get in there and get it done. Like I feel like I missed out a bunch of stuff when I was sleeping.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Like, what just happened?
I kind of feel the opposite. I feel like when I'm working out, I'm like, dang, I could be sleeping right now.
There you go.
On my nap.
You need discipline for that workouts.
Man. Nonetheless, it's called discipline. A pre-mission. We'll call it a pre-mission.
Yes.
Supplement.
Yes.
It's good.
It's a good name
for it. Check it out on originmain.com. That's where you get it. Also, for kick-ass fitness gear, onit.com/Jocko. I get the kettlebells. I have the kettlebells. My collection is growing. I'm going for all of them. That's my goal. Clear and concise goal. Anyway, if you want to make your workout routine more interesting, there's a lot of cool stuff on there. Battle ropes, maces, and you can look up all the workouts you want to do. I think that's a big deal for people unlike you, by the way, who don't mind doing the boom, 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 routine. You want to mix it up. That's what I think. Anyway, onit.com/Jocko. That's where you can get them. Awesome stuff. Also, when you get the book, We Were Soldiers Once and Young, and also Hal Moore on leadership, winning when outgunned and outmanned. That's what it's called. When you're getting these books, don't worry. I have the list of books, including this one, by episode on the website, jockopodcast.com.
While you're doing that, make a note to yourself that you need to put the link to the new Extreme Ownership, because somebody tweeted me that you have the old Extreme Ownership linked in there, which is not good for you or for me.
Are you guys selling the old one?
I don't think you can get it anymore. Yeah.
Okay.
If you can get it, well, no, I don't think you can get it anymore. Just the new one. I think it's sold out.
All right, there you go. Boom. Yet another book on the list. And that list is at, like I said, jockopodcast.com. Go to the top on the menu there. Click on books. Boom. All the books, including the one we went over today. Extreme Ownership. I'm going to call it the new one. What do you call it? What's the official?
The new one.
The new one. That's it. No.
The re-release. The re-release.
Yeah.
The black one.
The black one. The one with the black cover.
Yeah. It's got the black cover.
Yeah. There it is. Anyway. Either way.
Yeah. The new one has excerpts from the podcast. When we talk about leadership on the podcast, the really prominent questions, put some of those in there. They're included in there.
There you go.
And there's also a new forward. And there's new pictures in there. Color pictures.
Dang,
I held the line, tried to hold the line.
Yeah, it didn't work out.
Color pictures.
Color pictures are cool, man.
For them, it's a step up. For me, it's a step down.
I don't mind the colored pictures. I think they're cool. But yeah, there it is. Nonetheless, you can get it all on jockopodcast.com in the book section. Click on there. It's a good way to support. Boom, takes it to Amazon. Do some shopping on there with these books here. Or whatever else. Hey, carry on. That's how. Also, subscribe to the podcast. iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play. All these podcasting providing platforms. If you haven't already, leave a review. If you're in the mood, if you're compelled to, leave a review. Also, YouTube. We have a YouTube channel.
I haven't read any podcast reviews on the podcast in a long time. So maybe there's some really good ones. I'll break them out.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some really funny ones.
Yeah,
there's
very
some
good.
funny ones.
Yeah, that's like
good doesn't mean like, hey, this is the best podcast ever. Good means you're just do something that's funny and creative and still good.
Yes, of course. Well, because in your way of saying good, it can still be a negative review as long as it's good, a good one.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't recommend, obviously, but as far as your criteria for the word good in this specific case,
good review.
Good review.
Entertaining, I should say.
Entertaining. There
There's
it
some
is.
Entertaining.
There it is.
Same with on Amazon.
Yes.
There's some entertaining reviews.
A lot of entertaining.
I've read some of those. I'll read some more of those because they're good. People put time and effort into those.
Yeah, they do for sure.
And their sense of humor.
Yeah, I support that too. By the way, Also, like I said, YouTube. Subscribe. We have a YouTube channel, Jocko Podcast. That's what it's called. YouTube channel. Boom. Got some excerpts on there if you'd want to necessarily watch the whole 2-3 hour podcast video format. Some excerpts on there. You can take specific lessons. Boom. All on the YouTube channel. Most of them. All of them? Most of them. Nonetheless. Also,
that's a tiny fraction of them, actually.
Yeah. Well, some of them, we'll say. Also, there are deleted scenes. Yeah, every once in a while, I'll put some deleted scenes. If you care or are interested in what Jocko digs at me about while we're not... Actually, technically, we're recording, but it's not part of the podcast.
Pre-recording.
Recording. Yeah. If you're interested in that kind of stuff. It's on the YouTube. Every once in a while, I'll post them. Also, Jocko has a store. It's called Jocko Store. Obviously, this is where you can get, if you want, the shirts, hoodies, maybe some hats on there, rash guards. Strangely, a lot of people have been hitting me up for rash guards, and I've been seeing them out in the wild way more recently.
Yeah.
People are getting after it big time. Warrior Kid rash guards are on there for the youth sizes.
For the warrior kids.
For the warrior kids. Yeah, exactly right. Boom, they're up. Shipping, going out already. Also, we have a new one on there. Just if you want any of this stuff, this is where you can get them. JockoStore.com. Some good stuff, girl stuff on women's stuff on there. Also, psychological warfare. If you don't know what that is, I know I've explained it before, but in the event of you not hearing it yet, this is what it is. It's an album with tracks, not songs. They're Jocko tracks. So basically what these tracks are for are in your
I thought you were going to keep it concise for a moment.
No, well, here's the thing. I think is important. You know why?
Let's see if you can do it in 10 seconds.
No, I can't do it in 10 seconds. I'm not going to do our people the disservice of making it 10 seconds.
I'll be quiet.
This product was made for me. This is my product, essentially.
True statement.
When it comes down to it. So when you here's what it is. When you come across your moments of weakness in life, kind of sounded like you right there, didn't it? Just a little bit. Weakness in life. Like, you're waking up early, right? You want to keep it consistent all year. New year, new me. Waking up early every single day. Maybe not on Sundays. Or maybe Sundays too. I don't know. Whatever. Either way. When you wake up, sometimes you're not going to feel like it. Sometimes you're going to want to hit the snooze. Boom. Put in one of these tracks. It's Jocko on there telling you pragmatically, giving you practical advice on why you shouldn't hit the snooze. Same thing with skipping workouts. Same thing with cheating on the diet. Do you call it cheating on the diet?
I don't know what you call it. I call it eating donuts.
Eating donuts, slipping on the diet. Hitting these speed bumps. Weakness speed bumps is what they are. Speed bumps.
I had some chocolate chip. I had some chocolate cake with mint chocolate chip ice cream on the holidays, and it was good.
How many times? More than once?
No, you know what? I had twice in the same situation.
Oh, dang,
like right there. Like boom, I'm back again.
Boom, like good. 2 hits and boom, said goodbye.
It was like chocolate cake with mint chocolate chip ice cream, which is not normal. So that's why it kind of got me. I wasn't listening to psychological warfare at the time.
See, that's a perfect example where, actually, that's not a perfect example because I'm sure you were kind of like, hey.
Freedom.
Yeah, that was the freedom.
The freedom part of discipline equals freedom.
Yes, you're exercising the freedom part. This is for times where like you're at work.
But I'm actually fasting right now. Other than having some Jocko white tea and some discipline.
Yeah.
I'm fasting.
Yeah.
Some people are like, there's no fasting. Whatever.
I think
I go from eating 27,000 calories a day to eating 4 calories a day.
Still not fasting. I think fasting is 0. I don't know. I'm not a fasting expert. Either way, what this is about, what psychological warfare, what
you were done.
Who it's for? No.
You were done,
bro. The whole explanation is not even done. We're still unclear about what it is. No.
Yeah, you album tracks.
You said. You used the example of you eating chocolate cake
with mint chocolate ice cream.
With ice cream as one of the scenarios to use it.
The chocolate cake had like a hard shell of chocolate on it.
Oh, yeah.
It was legit.
Yeah, that is the reason I asked how many times.
And the mint chocolate ice cream was kind of melted a little bit.
Yeah, that's how
Yeah, that's good.
Or you do it with like a brownie, so it melts naturally onto. It's kind of the same.
There's a restaurant in San Diego, Obi, California. It's called Raglan, and they have something there called the illegal.
Yeah.
Because it's so good that it should be illegal, right? And it's no big deal, right? This is what makes it so good. Is it's just a little cast iron pan. Just a little cast iron pan, and they cook a chocolate chip cookie in there, and then they put vanilla ice cream on it.
Yeah.
That thing
should be illegal. Yeah.
Yeah. That might be, you know what, psychological warfare might not work against
not even
at Raglan.
That's saying
so watch out for that one.
That's saying a lot because as of right now, I think it's 100% success rate. Actually, 101%. I heard out in the field reports, but you were saying
what?
That's the example when to use it. It's not.
Oh.
The example is when you're on the path, but you feel like the moment of weakness.
Oh, okay.
I don't think the chocolate chip.
That was a conscious decision of.
Yeah, it's the holidays. I'm going to do this, kind of thing. I'm going to exercise my freedom because of all my discipline, all that. It's like when you're at work, it's not lunchtime yet. It's almost lunchtime, but not quite yet. Boom, they got the donuts, right? Because there's some big office meeting. They want to cater, whatever. It's that kind of situation. Because you don't have
That's what's good, dude. That's what's good. Fasting, recalibrate that little hunger vibe.
Unless you hit a speed bump of weakness during the fast.
Yeah, then
which you can, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Like peanut butter. Like you ever been fasting?
I think the biggest thing somebody was asking me about it the other day. The reason he's like, what's the hardest part? Like the first 8 hours, the first 12 hours, the first 24 hours, and I was like, the hardest part of a fast is the parts where you're not doing something.
Yeah.
Like I haven't thought about eating one time while we've been recording this podcast. I haven't thought about eating one time.
Yeah.
When we get done and we square ourselves away and you leave, I'm gonna be like, oh, cool. What am I gonna do now?
Yeah.
But then if I was to go from here and like drive to go do something, I wouldn't think about it.
Are you talking on the phone?
Yeah, you got something going on.
What? How long is this?
I don't know. I think I'm actually gonna eat this afternoon or this evening.
Oh, so you're like, hey, I'm just gonna fast. What? Do you have a minimum amount? Obviously.
No, I'll do like 24 hours. Usually I do 24 hours once a month, and then I'll do 72 hours once a quarter.
Dang,
yeah.
72.
I'll have a few handfuls of mixed nuts.
Yeah.
Like throughout the day, I'll grab a handful of mixed nuts. I'll have some tea, some Jocko white tea, by the way. This is the first one where I've done discipline, which I think is really good because it's making me feel great. So, and like there's no calories in it, or there's 1 calorie or something really small in there.
Incidental calories.
Yeah. But yeah, and recalibrate your hunger sensitivities. And man, I feel good when I do it. So, have you done it? You do 24-hour fast. Yeah. You feel good, right? You feel good or no?
Here's the thing. Wait, 24 hours. Yeah, I've done 24. Yeah, plenty.
I do 24 hours. I actually probably do 24 hours more than once a month because a lot of times I'll just wake up, I'll be traveling and I just won't eat.
Yeah.
And so I ate the night before. I wake up early in the morning. I go, I travel, I get somewhere at night, and then I eat dinner. Well, that means I just went 24 hours without eating.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's essentially kind of how it happened for me early on. But after a while, you're like, the kind where you're like, dang, I totally missed lunch, but I don't want to eat now because I won't be hungry for dinner with the family kind of thing. So I'm like, hey, I'm not going to eat. Then I'm like, wait, I just went 24 hours.
You know what I've noticed this time? And like I said, it's only been 36 hours right now. But what I've noticed this time is I felt good about exercising discipline. Like I felt good about like, I'm not eating that because because I've been thinking to myself like, I don't need to eat right now. And that feels good. I've been actually enjoying the discipline of it.
Yeah.
Which is, normally I don't enjoy the discipline of it. Normally I've never even thought about it before. This time I've been like, yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll shut you down.
Kind of makes
and
you feel
I do remember, I know I don't talk about SEAL training a lot, but when you go through Hell Week, which is like when you stay awake for 5 days. Yeah. One of the things that I thought about when I was going through Hell Week was like, oh, it's going to feel so good to sleep when I get done with this, that it kind of made me feel good to do it. Like I was like, oh man, can you imagine how good it's going to feel when I get done with this? I could go to sleep and it's going to feel so good. And right now I'm kind of like the same thing. I'm kind of thinking, oh, it feels so good to not eat right now because in 2 days I'm going to eat and it's going to feel good. It's going to be
solid. Yeah, it's the same way I feel not strangely, but same way I feel when I go on vacation where I'm like, if I didn't do a lot of work for the past months or whatever. Like, let's say work is like kind of cruise. We'll say like, you didn't like test me. You know how like if I shoot all day, like at the muster, I'm kind of shooting all day from 4:30.
When he talks about shooting, everyone, he's talking about taking pictures and videos. Because I'm like, where are you shooting?
I don't shoot guns for work. No, I don't. Nonetheless, when you do a few musters, you make some in my case, you do work, and then you're like, oh, you're looking forward to that vacation kind of thing. But if it's like, oh, you have a trip plan, but you haven't been working that hard, you're like, bro, I want to stock up on a bunch of hard work so I can enjoy that vacation. You know what I mean? So the vacation seems more appealing. Same thing.
Idea. Yeah. Feels good. Feels good. Give it a try. Check with your doctors, right? I guess.
What? Before you fast, yeah, sure. But nonetheless, if back to the speed bump thing, if you hit your moments of weakness,
there's no way you can carry this thread all the way back to psychological warfare.
Psychological warfare is good, because sometimes you hit those moments.
All
of
that you've said about it, you never said, hey, you can get it on Apple, iTunes, Amazon Music. You never even gave out the goods.
Not yet. I was about to, big time. I was about to demonstrate the whole thing, but you already did, and I thank you for it,
because now we can
do it. Yeah.
All right. Hey, also on Amazon, you can get Jocko White tea, which, there's been a lot of scientific studies done, and a lot of people have tried it. We have witnesses. You can absolutely deadlift 8,000 pounds, including Jordan Peterson, by the way. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's been now deadlifting. He was only deadlifting 7,000 pounds before. And this is coming from him.
Yeah.
Now he's deadlifting 8,000 pounds. So that's good. Jocko White tea. There's some great reviews on there. You might want to read those. We got some books. Way the Warrior Kid shows kids the path. The next Warrior Kid book is coming out April 28th. So you can, I'll let you know when you can get that. I don't know when you can right now, but that's when it's coming out. I'm done writing it, just doing editing now. And also there's the book we talked about earlier, Extreme Ownership, written by me and my brother Leif Babin. And the new edition's out, Combat Leadership for Business and Life. There's a lot of lessons in there. You can learn from it. I learned from it. Also, The Discipline Equals Freedom Field Manual. And when you say that, you got to say it like that.
Sure.
Because sometimes people don't want to say field manual.
Why not?
But someone pointed out, I don't know. They just say, Discipline Equals Freedom.
Yeah.
Discipline Equals Freedom Field Manual. Yeah. A guy said today, on social media, on Twitter, he hit it up and he said, hey, it's a field manual. It's not a book. You don't read from cover to cover. It's a field manual. So you take it out when you need it.
Yeah.
You refer to it. You go through it. Maybe go through it one time, because it's not long.
Right.
Not a long read. Mm-hmm. This ain't About Face by Colonel David Hackworth. You can probably read this in 2 hours.
Sure.
3 hours.
Sure.
Then once you've read it, you go back to it.
Yeah.
The field manual. Teaching you how to get after it mentally and physically. The thoughts and actions that you can take to get better. Opportune time. A lot of people got it for Christmas. Now they're implementing New Year's.
Good.
New Year's resolution.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of people still asking for the audio version of the Discipline Equals Freedom Field Manual. It is not on Audible. It is on iTunes, Amazon Music, Google Play, and other MP3 broadcasting platforms. That's where you can get it. If you need further implementation in your business or your organization or your team beyond the podcast and beyond the books, we have Echelon Front, which is our leadership consulting company. It's me, Leif Babin, JP Donnell, Dave Burke. Email info@echelonfront.com or check out the website echelonfront.com. On top of that, we have the muster. The muster is a leadership gathering.
Yeah.
It's in Washington, D.C., May 17th and 18th. It is in San Francisco, October 17th and 18th. Come and get it. You can register at extremeownership.com. And if you need to follow up with us with questions or answers or comments or just to cruise, that's cool. We are actually on the interwebs, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook Echo is at Echo Charles, and I am at Jocko Willing.